Continuing with the same side the last video was shot on, I wanted to get a shot of how the plumbing's working here, and I'm not so much focused on the water supply, but on the sewer system. You'll see here that they have 3-inch PVC with a 90-degree turn right at the bottom of the toilet, another 90-degree turn there, literally no fall at all from that 90 degrees to this 90 degrees, and then it goes into a 4-inch opening on the stack, which is also shared by the previous bathtub and the previous sink that no longer exists upstairs. And they're going to be completely in different spots anyway. So going to the other side,
Can't find a piece. See if the guy's there or not. I can't do nothing without this little plastic piece. Can't find it.
Hang on, I'll deal with that in a second. Now looking at this side, you can see once again the demolition monsters have been here, and they have been extremely destructive, especially when it comes to this area. Now they have built, and there's some conflict about what's been done and what hasn't been done, but I think it's pretty obvious that there hasn't been a whole lot done here as far as the demo being properly done. As a matter of fact, we're the ones who tore this very stubborn 2x6 out of here, so that way we can take our wiring and put back into the wall. The yellow wires that you see are the new home runs that we have ran, 4 of which, or actually 6 of which, go all the way to the attic and begin dropping down into the upstairs. So we have multiple circuits and 2 open circuits. 4 of them are going to be used, and 2 of them are going to be held back for potential circuits in a finished attic at some later time in the future. But you can see that since the job has got behind schedule, the flow of materials, appliances and so forth stayed right on schedule, and they're piling up here. So we have all of the materials that are kind of in the way of this project, but have been pushed out of the way as best as possible. And here we have all the cabinets for both sides piled up in the living room. Now keep in mind that the owner intends to temporarily live on this side, and I guess most of this stuff is going to remain here while we go to the other side and get that place completely done. Then the owner will move to the other side, and then we will continue our work on this side, getting it completely done so they can rent this side of the unit out. And we have much of our tools and supplies piled up into this study area. All the insulation ready for the attic. Now up here, you'll see the complexity of this bathroom installation. Okay, we're putting in of course, all green board drywall. And there's the drop-in shower floor. We've already got rock in there, but we don't have rock on the rest of the floor yet because we're not finished with this floor yet. The wiring has been dropped in for all the switches. We have a switch here for the light, for the fan, for some can lights that'll go over the shower and bathtub, and for the vanity light, which will go here. So we put a brace across here because this is going to be a vanity that hangs from the wall. So basically we end up with a sink here, a shower there, which has a hand wand system on that wall, and the control on that wall. A bathtub will be going into this corner. We've just popped the PEX up this morning, and we're going to put that hardware in. Once we get that hardware in there and pressure test all this plumbing to make sure we can seal the walls up, we'll begin the process of hanging the rest of this rock and bringing the tub in and beginning the tile. Now we had to create a wall here. It's a 48-inch high wall, which is going to be tiled for the tub to go up against because there's not enough room for the plumbing on the wall. We've put insulation in so we can have a sound barrier between this unit and the unit next door. We're going to insulate the other side also. I think they're going to do pretty good with the elimination of the acoustics in this property. And of course, we're ready for the new toilet to go in. Now you'll see that this upstairs is in similar condition as next door. You have the small bedroom. Now things look erect now, but wait till you see the final video. Now in the future, I will be taking all these videos down and probably making them into one video. But we have some plumbing tools, some electrical tools. Only we understand the organization of this job. But because we have plumbing, electrical, and construction taking place simultaneously, it just has to be done this way. And here's what's going to be the master bedroom. As you see, we have a good outlet there, but none of those grounds actually work. That's all just two-wire stuff. And there's no outlets on any other walls. We've cut one in since we were working on the bathroom. We went ahead and put one outlet in back here. And then we have this attic up here, which is a pretty nice attic. It could be properly finished. As you see, we have nice high ceilings. And in the attic, of course, spans across both units. We have begun the process of cleaning up out here. We've removed a bunch of debris. And you see that the home runs have already been pulled and they're just laying there. We don't want to begin wiring on this side until the owners have moved to the other side, because it's going to get kind of nasty with some of the drywall work we're going to have to do and so forth. We just wanted to have the lines pulled. Sometimes, for the sake of productivity, instead of sending people home for the day, we have them go ahead and get ahead of some of the things that really aren't a priority at this moment, just so something is getting done. These kind of projects can, you know, be planned for a 3-month deal and become a 6-month deal really fast. And they can also go from an $80,000 rehab to a $150,000 rehab real fast if not managed properly. And I do believe, in the end, out here in this hallway, we're going to cut an attic access. I'm not really sure how that whole layout's going to work, but probably somewhere here in the center, because we'll separate probably both sides, one side of the attic from the other, you know, and that way it'll put this access at the far end. But anyway, and here we have Vicky doing the final button up on the plumbing pressure test we're getting ready to run. As soon as we run this pressure test, we can finish buttoning these walls up. We've just put these new nipples in, and we need to make sure that this doesn't leak, and that doesn't leak, or that doesn't leak, or that doesn't leak. Listen, we don't trust anything. It'd be okay if this was down in the basement or something, but we're gonna be putting this behind several thousands of dollars worth of tile and everything, and I am going to pressure test everything before we seal these walls. And if somebody were to prevent me from doing so, I would not warranty my work. But this is the way it's going down, and it's going to be a nice job. This is going to be all tile from by the sink all the way around through the shower, all the way around the bathtub to here. So basically, it's like horseshoe wet room. That drop you see won't be there. That'll just be a slight graduation where all the water in the entire room can just be pushed into the shower once we're done. So I'm looking forward to shooting that final video. And that is it for today's review of this project. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, or maybe, you know, through the week we will videotape certain aspects of this project, because as you see, this project is given